a little pissed off that I can be doing better in my life, seeing all
Get used to it. It's true of every moment of everyone. Every moment you are expanding and you have something that you could be moving toward that could be satisfying. And if you're not feeling satisfaction, something's screwy. And we're glad you noticed.
So then it just comes down to settling on what you want to feel satisfied about.
Not settling, because it can be something continually new. It's not settling. It's being aware of for now. It's not settling. It's realizing. Here's how it goes. Through life and even before this life, you projected into your vibrational reality a lot of components that have been gestating and cooperating with each other. The interesting thing about each component that you put there because of life experiences, all of those components are cooperating with one another, because none of those components have any resistance. You sorted that all out here in the step 1 phase of your life experience, and when you put them there and when your inner being is focused upon them, they are resistance free. So they are cooperative one with another. So as this blending of the variety, the myriad of intentions that you've put there, as this blending occurs, you have the potential of being the only uncooperative component in the equation, or another cooperative component in the equation. But the opportunity for satisfaction is really immense. So when you understand that, when you accept that, and then you now let your focus be about focusing in ways that you know you're allowing yourself to move. It's like surrendering the things you've worried about and allowing what's already working for you. Then as things begin to unfold, it's a constant change of things that surprise and delight you. If I put it all there by knowing what I don't want and knowing what I do want, then how could it possibly surprise and delight me? Because the cooperative components have become more magnificently grand than the individual pieces that you put there would let you understand. And so it's bigger than you know, and it's more of you than you know, and it's readier for you than you know. So it doesn't take too much leaning in the direction of that, or maybe a better way of saying it is not leaning away from it. It doesn't take too much leaning in the direction of it for satisfaction to begin to be the usual emotion or mood that you have. Even though it isn't all finished, you may have plans for millions or billions of dollars in your experience that you get to flow and point toward things that are important to you. And you may only have a few $100,000 in your possession, or maybe even fewer dollars than that. But you don't have to have it all there for satisfaction. You just have to be moving in the direction of it, you see. It's the not moving away from it that causes that feeling of being irritated that you described. Any slight motion toward it is a reason for satisfaction. And satisfaction is what it is all about. It's not about getting to what you think is the end result. It's the fun you're having as you're allowing it to unfold. Under your tutelage isn't quite the right word. And direction isn't quite the right word either, because you already did the directing. Allowance, not getting in the wayness, that's not a word, but surrendering to the reality of the natural unfolding of my joy. And it will expose itself, or you will realize it, to the degree that you accept it, to the degree that you accept the magnificence of it. You already managed it into being through the contrast that you lived. The law of attraction has already done the sculpting and the cooperative componenting and the gestating, and the becoming is just the most natural thing in the world. And now your singular activity, your singular focus is to just not mess it up with contradictory thoughts, because it has no contradiction within it. But when you think a thought like, I don't understand it, or I can't see it, or it's taking too long, now you introduce contradictory thoughts to you, not to it. You introduce the contradictory thoughts to you to your beingness, but not to it. So it keeps gestating, it keeps becoming, it keeps being joyful, it keeps expanding, it keeps being ready for you to be ready, 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 for you to be ready. And when you quiet your mind, you're ready. When you're having a good time, you're ready. When you're appreciating, you're ready. And so it's just piecing enough of those being ready to be ready together that you start getting a glimpse and then another glimpse and then another glimpse and then another glimpse until you believe in your readiness. And when you believe in your readiness, you're ready. You really don't need it to manifest in order to believe it, because the feeling of satisfaction is what you're going for. So if the feeling of satisfaction, as it's unfolding in this turning thoughts to thing tube, as it's unfolding, and you're feeling satisfied, so you've come to put your trust in how you can focus and feel good and focus and feel good and focus and feel good, to the point that the manifestation is sort of kind of irrelevant, because satisfied, boom, satisfied. Humans who are satisfied never get there.
What about relief in the same way?
Well, relief is baby steps towards satisfaction. And maybe even you could call relief satisfaction. Maybe what you mean by relief and what we mean by satisfaction are sort of kind of some of the same thing. Certainly is recognition that you're moving in the direction of something wanted. So much of your life is in that tube on the way to the unfolding of the manifestation.
So go easy and meditate, and that can help as well?
Yeah. Go as easy as you feel like going. Meditating will goose it up. That's the thing about alignment. Once you get into that alignment on a pretty consistent basis, then things start moving really fast. And those who are watching you would not say, he's going easy.
Because I want to run fast. I want to go at it. I want to just
We know you want to run fast, but don't run fast until you're in alignment. Rather than running, superimpose the word momentum. Rather than it being self-propulsion, accept it as a universal flow. So it's not you running or trying, it's you relaxing, softening, and allowing. It's allowing yourself to get into the flow that's already moving toward what you are wanting. You started out with us today, I'm pissed off at what I've been doing. And so it was like the past was bothering you. None of that is relevant. It's only what you're doing now, what you're doing now, what you're doing now, what you're doing now, what you're doing now. Feeling pretty good now, feeling pretty good now, feeling pretty good now, feeling pretty good now.